Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to The Witcher 2. Last time, we began Chapter 3, and I had a really rough time with it. There was a puzzle that I had a really difficult time with, and then there was a small boss fight that I just could not solve. It was quite the headache, and then I tried to solve this dispute between two nobles that were fighting over who's going to rule Temeria. And I just had a headache with that one as well. I couldn't find one of them, so eventually I just tipped the balance of power into one person's hands, and I'm not sure that was the correct choice to make, but that is the choice that I made, and I'm going to stick with it. I hope I haven't been sounding too negative lately, because even though I have been frustrated by a lot of the things that have gone on so far in this chapter, I am really enjoying this game. I like the characters, I'm enjoying the intrigue and the subplots, and in addition to the characters and the story, which I found pretty captivating, there's also the fact that my choices have had some pretty big consequences so far. Namely, siding with Roche instead of Yorveth at the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2, I think it was going to be completely different if I sided with somebody else. If I hadn't sided with Roche, and if I instead sided with Yorveth, then I probably wouldn't have been over in King Henselt's camp the entire time, and I wouldn't have tried to solve King Henselt's curse, and I wouldn't have talked to Roche, and I wouldn't have met Vess and talked with Vess. It would have been a completely different experience, I feel. And I really appreciate that. So I am going to continue this game because I want to see how other choices unfold. Speaking of which, I need to either go save Triss or help Roche recover Foltest's children. I don't know if that's a binary decision, if I can only do one of them. But I think I'm going to go save Triss. That is my primary objective right now. Now, I do want to help Roche eventually. I want to find Foltest's children, which was the quest I was given at the very beginning of the game. But I also want to make sure that Triss is okay. And Triss takes priority over these children to a king that is dead. But it is a mystery I want to solve. I want to see if I can find Bousset if he's still alive. That's pretty vague right now. That's up in the air. If I could find him, that'd be nice. But for now, let's try and rescue Triss. Now, I do believe that this guy will point me in the right direction. Shillard Fitz Osterlin. I do believe you are the person I must talk to.
Look who's here, the Rivian Witcher.
Greetings.
Our paths cross often, it seems.
Too often.
What do you seek here?
You know who. I know you have Triss.
Triss Marigold.
In the Nilfgaardian camp? Fistek has addled your brain.
Lower your sword, son.
You've got cheek, Geralt.
Let's go.
Nice.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know, and I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him, for we shan't move one bit.
Renwald!
He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
Really? You don't care about him, huh?
But Ambassador Fitz-Esterlin.
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Oh, good. I needed him alive.
Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
If that's how it's gonna be, then so be it. Blast all of you with fire. And I think that was the majority of you. Yup, that was all of you. Now, I must defeat a few more Nilfgaardians and find the place where Triss is kept. Yes, it's too bad. We could have done this easier, but if you want to do it the hard way, then we will certainly do it the hard way. Alright, I have made my way out of this fortress area.
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make the Emperor proud! Kill him!
Alright, looks like I have quite a few more Nilfgaardian soldiers to evaporate and incinerate. Very well. It's gonna take some time, but I'll cut through all of you eventually.
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
Well, that's good, because I can do this a long, long time. And take out you with fire. Slit your Achilles heel. You gonna throw a couple more at me? No, I guess we're done.
Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
Release Triss.
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
Doesn't matter. Release her or I will start breaking parts of your body.
There are things you and your kind will never comprehend.
And what are those?
Friendship.
Tell me, is the friendship of traitors and conspirators worth it?
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
Yeah, I've already put 2 and 2 together. Go on.
How do you know that?
From the best possible source. She confessed.
And how did you convince her to do that?
By showing her the confessions of other lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
To show you the Empire's true power.
Fine.
Surround him!
Fine, I'll kill a couple more of your troops if you're so eager to throw them into the jaws of death. Oh, got a couple of sorcerers on your side now, huh? Oh, you think you got a shield that's gonna protect you? No, 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 no. Fire goes in your face, singes your eyes, and then the blade cuts your throat. And then arrows pierce my face, but it's okay. I feel no mortal pain, and more fire. Alright, Renault, it's just you and me and your friend here. I think I could take you out without even bothering with that guy. Might be able to extract some information from him. Nope, never mind. He died really easily. Because you hire nothing but weaklings, apparently.
I failed you.
Take the key from Matson's body and free Triss. First I have to find out who Matson is. Oh, it was this guy I just killed. Take the camp key and the prison key. Loot a few more corpses. And go and free Triss. There she is. She's in shackles. Got her. Wait, this isn't a trap, right? No, it does not look like a trap. Okay.
Geralt?
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
When I left Flotsam with Vernon, I somehow doubted I'd find you so soon.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
I'm surprised that the Lodge did not help you.
Couldn't you ask your friends from the Lodge for help?
How do you know of the Lodge?
I just do. Listen, Triss, to come here for you, I had to split up with Vernon. Temeria is in danger of disintegrating.
Are you sorry you chose to come here?
No, I'm not. But freeing you from Shillard's grasp was not my only reason for coming here. I need you to explain your role in this mess. And to explain why you lied to me.
That's not true.
I know about the Lodge. I know the Lodge was behind Demaven's assassination. I know Triss Marigold is a member of the Lodge.
It's not like that.
Show me the error in my reasoning.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken. The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Because you didn't agree with them?
9 women very rarely agree on anything. The actual problem was that
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me. Through me, they fed you select information. Depending on the circumstances, they twisted facts.
We're still close. They could still be doing it.
Don't insult me.
I believe you so far.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold ep Matson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thaned massacre. We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
A powerful state controlled by sorceresses? I'm not sure if I like that compared to a state controlled by kings. I don't know. But it explains why the kings don't like the mages.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sile never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sile chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Why did they choose those places? Doesn't seem right.
Demavend hated mages.
No more than Henselt or Radovid. Sile and Philippa saw Demavend as the weakest ruler. His son, Stennis, blows hot and cold. Plus, he who controls the Pontar Valley controls the north. So it was in Edirn that a popular rebel emerged, preaching the idea of a new state. At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to meet Yorveth and Sile was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her megascope. That's when I learned that Sile had dealings with Letho.
Yeah, it's a pity I didn't know about that.
If only I'd learned that, everything could have been different.
Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere near Vergen.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything? I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I emerged intact, but pretty battered. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. Shillard interrogated me, but learned nothing. If it wasn't for you, they'd have had me quartered. I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
Are you telling me the Dragon Slayer knew of the Lodge's plans?
Did Saskia know the Lodge's plans?
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state in the Pontar Valley, no strings attached. A fairy tale, but Saskia bought it. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed Saskia.
Aha, so Saskia, the Dragon Slayer, that soldier in the blue armor from Chapter 2, was being manipulated by the Lodge as well. So, if the Lodge ordered Demavend killed, did they also order Foltest to be killed?
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demavend's successful assassination, Sheila and Philippa decided to take the next step.
That would be stupid. Killing Demavend was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion. They had to know that if Foltest died, men like Roche wouldn't rest until they learned why that had happened.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest, and Sheila was working with Letho.
Yeah, I've already got that down. I'm trying to figure out the rest of this riddle. What was Sheila doing in Flotsam?
Ever find out what Sheila was actually doing in Flotsam? I find it hard to believe she went there just to kill a monster and earn a few orans.
You're right, of course. It had something to do with Letho and the Scoia'tael.
What did she want from Yorveth?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Henselt was practically inevitable.
Alright, I guess that's it for now.
That'll have to do for now.
We'll learn more at the talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thaned massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective responsibility. I'm ready to go and reveal everything I know about Philippa Eilhart, Sile de Tanserville, and their schemes.
Let's go then.
Oh, that was quite a large amount of information you just gave me, Triss. Quite a lot. Let's get out of this camp. We can talk about it some more.
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your work?
They followed their leader too blindly.
You killed them all?
They didn't slaughter themselves.
Yes, they didn't slaughter themselves.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
I don't know if I want to do that again.
Triss,
Yes?
that was some mess. I wouldn't want to see you hurt like that again.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Alright, well, we have solved the mystery of where Triss has gone. Well, I guess there's a new mystery, because now she's gone again, but as far as the game is concerned, we have found Triss and rescued her, and she'll be fine, I hope. Now, yeah, gotta join the deliberation, the Summit of the Mages. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to help Roche find the children. Judging by the journal entries for a couple of these quests, Lilies and Vipers and Pact Sunta Servanda, I have already wrapped up the matter of Boosie's disappearance, and I cannot pursue it anymore. Probably because I quickly resolved that incident with those two nobles, Baron Kimbolt and the other guy. Yeah, I probably should not have wrapped it up as fast as I did, but I really wanted to get back to the actual story, and I didn't want to just run around the camp trying to figure out where everyone was. Unfortunately, that's how it's going to be. But now, we need to join the deliberation, the Summit of Mages.
We're about to witness a great event.
Yeah, if you say so.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go inside.
It's now or never.
In recent weeks, we have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
This cannot be, John Natalis. Temeria stands between Nilfgaard and the north. It must be a strong and united realm.
I too would wish it so, Your Majesty. But when Foltest was cut down by an assassin, the country's very heart burst.
I have learned that Anais La Valette is currently in the hands of the sorcerer Deathmold.
Clearly you have yet to learn of the slaughter that occurred today in the Kedweni camp, King Radovid.
Yet there is hope if the child lives. I hasten to remind you that Vernon Roche, his capture is also your responsibility. He is suspected of murdering King Henselt soon after the monarch's triumph in Vergen. As a Temerian soldier, Roche remains under your jurisdiction, Natalis.
Vernon Roche disappeared with his unit a few days after the successful siege of La Valette Castle. Should he reappear in Temeria, he shall be arrested and tried as the law prescribes.
Oh, brother, a lot of chaos has unraveled thanks to the decisions that I have made. Well, let's not keep him waiting.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the northern kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sile de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherds at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sile de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sile de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sile de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
I feel like this scenario in Chapter 3 would be playing out a lot differently if King Helsint was alive, if I hadn't saved Triss.
Sile de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
Yeah, try. She's gonna try and escape through a tunnel. That's what she always does. Arrest her quickly.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, she's just pretending to surrender. Bind her hands quickly. No, no, not the dragon. Oh, lordy, lordy. Sheila controls the dragon. What a twist. She gets away again. Well, so much for the summit.
Geralt, we're trapped. Magic's no good
Okay.
here. I can't get us out. Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
Oh, looks like this is going to be a big fight. I need to meditate and create a couple potions and take a couple potions so I don't die. I'll take Rook, Swallow, and Petrie's potion. Is that fills up my toxicity bar. Is that going to kill me? I don't know. I could take Mongoose instead. Now we'll try Petrie's filter. I think this might just kill me. I'm not sure. Alright, my toxicity meter is at its max. But I think I'm in good condition to fight this dragon.
Stand back while you can, Witcher.
You can try and stop me, but it's not going to happen.
You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else.
Oh, the ground is crumbling behind me.
If I have to, I will kill you.
Oh. The dragon's trying to attack me. It's fine.
How do you like my dragon?
It's okay. I've seen better.
Kill him now!
Is that his name? Super Synthesis? I would have given him a cooler name.
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be...
So you did not plan to kill Helsint?
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over. or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation?
Not really.
But can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb.
Huh.
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of Lavalette Castle. That hardly supports your tale.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
I'm not entirely opposed to the things you have been suggesting.
Farewell! Something's not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed. I'll be torn to bits!
What?
Geralt, remove it!
What? What? You want me to remove... You just tried to kill me and you want me to remove this diamond?
Remove the diamond. I'll give you anything you want.
Well, you just threatened to blow up this entire town. I don't know if I want to.
No!
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, God! Well... Oh, the dragon's here! Well, Sheila's dead, just like I was hoping, but now I have to fight the dragon. God, God, that was brutal!
Come on!
Let's fight fire with fire if I can. So I'm not completely opposed to Sheila's plans. If she wanted to take out a weak king and make a nice country for sorcerers and sorceresses, that makes sense. I'm not entirely opposed to that. It's just slaughtering an entire town. I don't think I can agree to that. Jeez, alright. Let's try using that Quinn spell. That helped me against that one boss. Yeah, this dragon is a giant pain in the butt too. Just, he has such a huge... No matter where I go on this battlefield, it seems like he can attack me. So just keep spamming the electricity shield, and that should be sufficient, I think. Doing some damage to the dragon. It's just taken quite a long time, honestly. Now I have to climb the ruins of this tower. Just gotta get higher and higher. Who's gonna control the dragon if I can't put it down? Certainly not Sheila. She's dead. Boy, howdy, she died. And now I'm fighting on top of the tower. Oh, jeez. This is not an easy fight. It's not terrible, I suppose. Just keep spamming the electricity shield. That seems to be the best way to do it. It seems to be a matter of wearing him down little by little. I take a hit, he takes a hit, I take a hit, then he takes a hit, and then if my health gets too low, I just back off for a while and regenerate some health.
Come on!
He can't regenerate health, so it's kind of an unfair fight to him, but it is just taking quite a long time. Come on. Come on, you blowhard. You're gonna go in for an aerial attack. You hit me, but it's okay. I had my electricity shield. Reapply the shield. Strike you a few more times. You hit me, but it's okay. I had my shield, so reapply the shield. Over and over, rinse and repeat. This is taking quite a long time. Now, he's just going to chase me around on the outskirts, which is fine. Dodge that tail. I'm just trying to recover some health right now. I'm just trying to avoid his attack while I'm recovering health. I fought him for about... Boy, it's been about 20 minutes so far, and he's taking about 1,000 hits to take down. So I just need to wait and recover my health. I am not recovering my health fast enough. Just trying to dodge this fire attack, put up my shield back on. I'm losing way too much health. I don't want to die right now. I've been fighting this guy for about half an hour. It would all be for nothing if I lost and had to do it all over again. Oh, did I get it? It's so close to dead. But so am I. Now I'm riding the dragon. Maybe I can try and tame it. I guess that's one way to do it. Kill the dragon or walk away? Oh, well, I'm gonna have to kill it. Not only is it something merciful, but it's also appropriate, just in case it survives. I've got to put it out of its misery, and I've got to protect the town. One more boss fight done, and I'm glad it's over. Epilogue. Wait, it can't be the epilogue already. What about Death Mold? What about Roche? There's Triss at least.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
I had to kill it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Philippa enslaved the dragon with her magic. If I'd let it live, we'd surely find it serving the Lodge of Sorceresses. Many more would have died. Before the sorceresses broke the creature's will, it was noble and beautiful in its own way. But I'm dead tired of having to choose the lesser evil.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
Sure. I'm interested to see what's going on here.
This should be interesting. What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
Let's go find Letho. Although apparently not this way. It is blocked by magical vines. By the way, Sheila's dead. I think I had the option of helping her, but I didn't. And she exploded. Like, pretty violently and viscerally. Just blood everywhere. Her shrieks just echoed. Help me! And then she just splorch. It was really gross. Alright, enough about that. Anais and Roche! We gotta help them.
Vernon Roche, step away from the child.
She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too good for you, Horsens.
You're an outlaw, wanted in all the north.
Hand over the child and perhaps the king will show you mercy. I piss on Kedweni mercy.
Roche!
Triss! We can't let them have her! This is Foltest's daughter!
I've heard enough. Grab them.
Gotta protect Roche. We absolutely have to protect Roche. You like fire? I got fire. You can feel the end of my fire, feel the end of my blade. You know what? We're gonna have a good ending here. We're gonna protect the Nice, we're gonna protect Roche, we're gonna protect Triss, and we're all gonna live happily ever after. Death to the Kedweni soldiers. You can all die. Is that it? Good.
I failed. Deathmold got away. Thanks, Geralt.
Triss needed my help. You know that. The Nilfgaardians outwitted us all.
What are you talking about?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy, all in order to breed chaos in the northern kingdoms.
Temeria is lost. The Barons will pick it apart into bits.
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out of here. Take her far away. Far from the kings, their courts, and their wars. One day, she'll reclaim her heritage.
What about you, Geralt?
I'm going after the Kingslayer.
A man of his word.
It's personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf. I trust we'll meet again in better times.
Farewell, Roche.
Sorry, Roche. I definitely would have helped you if I had the opportunity of helping you and Triss, but I did not. Triss came first.
Where's Yorvith? How's Yorvith?
Proud, I think. The reward on his head has never been greater. Those seeking him, the Scoia'tael hunters, will be reinforced. The special forces throughout the north will receive more resources. The Council and the Conclave are assigning several mages to the task. Yorvith is now public enemy #1. They won't rest until they find him.
So Yorvith is on the run, and, well, I guess we're pretty much all criminals at this point. At least Roche and Yorvith are. They're both wanted men. You know what? Maybe they'll form a gang together. Wouldn't that be funny? What do you think, Triss? If Yorvith and Roche decided to form their own outlaw gang, who would be head honcho? You think there'd be a head honcho? Obviously, Roche is the better swordsman. He's bested Yorvith a couple of times. But Yorvith is crafty, and he's pretty cocky. I don't think he'd let himself be subservient to Roche. But Roche would definitely not serve under Yorvith either. I guess there's no way that could actually happen.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you, and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loc Muinne will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loc Muinne will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sile de Tansarville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
De Tansarville will be a problem.
Admittedly. Sheila can be slippery as an asp, but we'll find her.
You don't get it, Carduin. Sheila de Tansarville's dead, killed by an unstable portal.
Shame. She was to be charged and tried. She would have been convicted of her crimes.
Why does it sound like she was convicted before standing trial?
It would have been a formality, true, and at once a warning to other sorceresses.
Seems to me she led you down the garden path.
Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Interesting. Alright, well, let's go find Letho and wrap up the epilogue. You know, there are a lot of loose ends here. I don't know what happened to Bousset, although admittedly that was my fault. I don't know what happened to Deathmold, although I suppose that's a result of my choice. I am glad I saved you, Triss, because otherwise I'd be wondering about that loose end as well, but it is kind of unsatisfactory that Deathmold is just an unresolved loose end. And Letho, the Kingslayer.
There he is.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
This is Witcher's business.
This is between me and him.
You don't have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave without me.
Oh yeah, speaking of my lost memory, about that Rose of Remembrance potion. I know you were captured while you were brewing that, but did you have the opportunity to possibly concoct it while... No? No. Alright, Letho, you and me. Nice diamond.
Took you a while? Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds.
Nice.
The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
Oh, it was.
Good. Had she lived, she would have suffered more intensely and much longer. She helped me quite a bit, through naivety and pride. I would not have gotten far without her.
So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
Vodka?
You know what? Sure, why not?
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships.
Long lost friend, who I can't remember.
Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
I don't even remember who that is, but apparently I'm gonna figure that out now.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the hanged man's tree and the wild hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for many reasons, I suppose.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Why did you become an Imperial spy?
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper. The Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago. And Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
I suppose that's a fair reason, but what was it all about? What was the aim?
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Oh, you know Dandelion. Well, I'd like to know the whole picture. Could you explain a little bit more? I'm still a little lost.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
I don't know if I have to. I mean, you and we're not too terribly different. And I agree with a lot of your goals. Killing a lot of corrupt kings, that's fine. Although I don't agree that necessarily The first king you killed, I didn't know Dem event at all. And the second king, Full Test, he seems like a pretty good guy. But you're not... I don't disagree entirely with your reasons. Do you know what happened to Yennefer?
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace.
Long story short, Yennefer is in the Empire, so I guess that's where I need to go for the sequel to this game. We're gonna find Yennefer somewhere in the Empire.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
I'm not intimidated by you, but leave. I'm not gonna fight you. Get out of here.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
See you around, you big old mountain of meat. Looks like the final battle in this game was completely optional, and I opted out. Roche might not be too happy about that I let the killer of his king escape. But you know what? He doesn't need to know. And now we're opening the gate, and it's time for us to get out of here. I think you and I have earned a retirement, Triss.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant.
It's true, I did.
Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwen and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather round bonfires in Lobendon to hear of the Witcher's deeds. The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Edirn whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. After Foltest's death, Temeria's neighbors began to vie for the glittering prize that was the realm's throne. Yet the murders of first Demavend, then Henselt, forced them to look to their own problems. Temeria fell prey to its power-hungry barons.
Roche.
But Vernon Roche held a light of hope for the dying realm, and he tucked it away in a place safe and still to await better times.
Maybe we could put Foltest's girl on the throne someday. I don't know.
Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loc Muinne re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sile de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them.
And that was the end of The Witcher 2! Quite the journey! I have no idea how many branches I took off of the actual quest. I might have... Boy, I don't know how many different endings there are to this game, but it feels like there's at least quite a few of them. A lot of significant differences between them. I didn't go with Yorveth, so I have no idea what happened to him or all of his friends. And it looked like a couple of elves and dwarves that I knew got hanged near the end. So that's unfortunate. I don't know what happened to Saskia the Dragon Slayer. Wait, I think she died. I think someone mentioned that Saskia is no more, so... Saskia is gone, Vess is okay, and Triss is good. Yeah, I think Triss might not have survived or been in as good a condition if I had just left her and joined Roche. But if I had joined Roche, I don't know, maybe I'd still find Triss. Maybe I'd be able to find that small boy. I don't know. A lot of different things that are just a lot of secrets that are left uncovered. Which is good, because it means that if I were in the mood to play this game again, I could uncover a lot more if I sided with Yorveth, or if I decided not to give him the sword, but went with him anyway, or something like that. There are probably a lot of quests that I did not do. And even along the path that I did take, there probably were some quests that I just didn't bother with. So yeah, that's quite the large game. I'm not sure how at risk some of these people were, but I beat the game with a lot of the characters that I like still alive. I've got Zoltan, I've got Dandelion, they're both alive, as well as Triss, Vess, Roche, they're all alive. And I even spared the Kingslayer. I can never remember his name, but yeah. I wonder how that would change, if that actually changes anything if I import the save into the third game. I don't know. I am going to eventually play the third game, because that is the one that got amazing reviews. So of course, I'm going to try and import my save into that game and continue it eventually. But for now, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the fact that this is over. It was a fun journey, a lot of weird turns, a lot of turns I didn't like. The struggle was real. The difficulty was no joke. Even when I set it to the easiest difficulty, it was still quite mind-numbingly boring or hair-rippingly frustrating. But I don't play these games for the combat, I play it for the story and the characters. And this time, the story really enraptured me, and the characters I really enjoyed. So I was happy. I enjoyed this journey. If I had one regret, it's probably that Deathmolt is still out there and still alive, and I was not able to kill him like I let silly Sheila explode. It's too bad, but maybe I'll be able to find Deathmold again someday and finally finish him off, because he should not be allowed to escape after all his treachery. I'm sure Roche would agree. I wonder how many different endings there are to this game. I'm sure there are quite a few, not including minor variations. There's probably a significant amount. According to a cursory Google search, there are 16 endings to this game. 16 potential outcomes for The Witcher 2. And they are determined by specific actions and decisions you make. Oh, alright, I'm going to look into this, because this is pretty fascinating to me. Let's see, critical choices include sparing Arian La Valette. Oh, I didn't realize I could spare him. I tried to. I spared his men, but I did not realize I could spare Arian La Valette. I sided with Vernon Roche instead of the Scoia'tael leader, which greatly changes the remainder of the game. Yeah, that's true. I helped Roche slay King Henselt, which is a pretty big decision. And instead of assisting Roche, I helped Triss Marigold. I rescued her. But yeah, that decision I made at the end of Chapter 1 to side with either Roche or Yorveth, that really changes pretty much the entirety of the rest of the game. Chapter 2 version Roche and Chapter 2 version Yorveth, and then Chapter 3 version Roche, Chapter 3 version Yorveth. It's basically like there are two separate games, and I only played one of them. So if I wanted to go back and play this game, I definitely want to side with Yorveth, because there's probably a lot of content there I have not seen. If I had let Henselt live, he would have gained control of not only Upper Aedirn, but likely the whole of Aedirn, because there is no one left to ascend to the Adernadarian throne given Prince Stennis' death. Well, I'm glad I killed King Henselt because I don't want him to have possession of a whole lot of territory. Because of the decisions that I've made, indeed, the entire countryside has broken up into individual territories, led by the nobles. Yep, that's true. That's the ending that I got. Apparently, Deathmold only survives if I side with Roche at the end of Chapter 1 and choose to save Triss. So, between all of the decisions that I made, if I had made something even slightly different, Deathmold would be dead. But no. Unfortunately, Deathmold lives. In the end, this was a pretty good game, I think. It's certainly more captivating than the first game. And, yeah, there's definitely a lot I could uncover. I think there are a couple of quests that I completed in the most simple way possible, and if I had spent a lot more time on them, I could have had a better ending. A couple of alternate paths that I could have unlocked, but you know what? I'm happy. I think this game was a good game, and I'm happy I spent my time on it. I suppose the bottom line is that this was a pretty good game, and it got me really psyched up to play the third one, which I will do eventually. I'm not in a hurry, but I am looking forward to it. When I play it, I'm sure I'll remember all these characters, and I'm really going to try and import my save if I can do that, because I want to see what my choices do. Until then, my name is Mike, and this has been The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings. Thank you for joining me.